Guess who's Bazak? Still smell the crack on my clothes to make me have to relapse on these hoes. Go ahead, Coyle.
Wow. That was some authentic, some throwback Mike Money. Woo! The movie. What's going on? It's your boy Quill Will, and we are back. This is season 3. Season 3. 3 guys with common sense. You get it? Season 3, 3 guys with common sense. Anyways, I'm talking too much. We're back. We're ready. We got our boy Avatar Slang. You can't say
we watched already.
We out of practice already. You can't say this slang without Aang bringing all the elements together. And then we have the man of many names.
Yes, sir.
He goes by Mike Moolah.
Yes, sir.
He goes by Mike Money.
Yes, sir.
He goes by Beyonce of the group.
Yes, sir.
He goes by Dan Lime.
You know it.
I actually like Dan Lime. Dan Lime is the funniest one.
You know it.
We got Money himself. Mike, what's going on?
Man, I am here. I am so happy to be here. So glad to be here back with my brothers. And you know I got the drink in hand. And look, y'all, I'm here. And I got my spritz with me. Yes, I'm a bad bitch. I got my spritz with me. You know what I mean? You know, can't say Mike without the Ike, and you can't say spritz without the itch. And I got the itch. And I'm just happy to be here. I got the locks across my chest. I got Jadakiss on the wall because you know he in my top 3 of all time. He's actually my top 2. Now it's just happened to make the middle of the thing next to Jigga. If y'all can see my wall, if any of y'all looking at the video, but for my audio listeners, y'all don't give a damn. But I'm happy to be back. We only 2 minutes in. Guess who's Bazak? 3 guys with common sense. Let's get to it, man.
All right. So what's everybody been up to? We tell them what we've been doing on our little summer vacation. Anything fun? Any updates?
Oh man. Well, I came back from Los Angeles not too long ago.
How'd that go?
Oh, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful, beautiful trip. I'm just happy, man. I'm happy that me and Noy got to travel. Masai was away from us for an extended period of time for the first time. He got equipped to it, but he was good. Me and Noy ended up going to Universal. We went a lot of places to eat. Los Angeles is a beautiful place. You're gonna spend $1,000, but it's a beautiful place, and the traffic is horrific.
It's like Philly traffic on steroids.
It's it's horrific. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
I just been I've been hustling, doing the work thing. Got a new job.
Congratulations.
I'm starting soon.
There you
starting
go.
Here in a couple of weeks. When you put the assistant director next to my name, that sounds like way bigger than what it is, but it is.
Congratulations.
Yes, sir. The lady, she got herself a new position as well. Upgraded position. Shout out to the lady. We making it happen. We making it do what it do. Woo! And that's all that we can really ask for. Especially we got Delta variants, Lambda variants.
I don't know what you're saying.
TVA variants. You wouldn't know about TVA, but that's a Loki joke. You don't watch Marvel stuff.
Oh yeah. No, I don't.
Yeah. Shout out to Loki. That was a great show. I think you would like it. It's pretty deep. Oh, and shout out Kiana. What's up?
Oh, she in the comments? I can't see the comments.
I see in the comments.
Oh, I see the comments now. What's up, Key? Shout out to Key. That's my sister right there.
Cool people. She be putting in that fork work on Twitter. Check out on Instagram with the cheese grit.
Yeah, with the sparkles. She pull up.
She put the little parsley and the cheese. You want twirling that bad boy around.
You want to talk about food porn? That's food porn right there. I want to pull out my fork and jerk it off. I can't believe I just did that.
Oh man, it's season 3 already. It's season 3 already. That means it's a foodgasm. It's a foodgasm.
Pulling out a fork and jerking it off is crazy.
She basically said that food is busting. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, Bill Cosby got out of prison.
He did.
Bill did get out of prison.
Yeah,
not even a technicality, just on some bullshit. But hey,
shout out Debbie Allen.
Wow.
What she got to do with it?
I don't know. Just shout out Debbie Allen. She's a great dancer. I actually saw her dance studio when I was out in LA.
I bet you did.
It was across the street from a restaurant we ate at called
Mike will be talking to you. You be talking about McDonald's, and he be like, "You ever eat McDonald's with Steve Harvey?" Like it's normal.
Oh my god!
Wow. Speaking of which, one time, my lady cleared a shipment. Steve ordered 10 pairs of Dolce and Gabbana shoes, and if it's over a certain value, she goes in and clears those shipments. She be moving packages off the border. She a thug shit, homie. Triple OG.
So she's really Philly's most wanted.
Yeah, actually, not the ones that cross the border.
That's actually a dope album. If none of y'all ever checked it out,
no one checked it out, Mike.
Wow,
that's a great single. That was a great single.
Tough crowd.
So definitely a tough crowd. Speaking of tough crowds, we had a nice versus the other night. Jadakiss.
Was it nice?
And the Locks.
It was entertaining.
Yeah, it wasn't a matchup. Oh, it's John. He's out in the sand pit.
Shout out to John.
He's out living in the wretches of Dubai or whatever the fuck he's at.
We was Facebook messaging yesterday. We had a father-to-father talk because me and Noy decided to send Messiah to daycare starting in 2 weeks.
Ooh, that's a big step.
It is. It's
Mike,
a huge
you should
step.
talk to me. I have a 19-year-old.
Oh God.
You send them to daycare too?
I had to at one point.
There you go.
Raising kids.
He didn't cry about it. Messiah didn't want to leave, and all we did was go on a tour. That's when I was like, we gotta get this lady this money, man. Just let him come here.
He fell in love with the place.
Fell in love with the place. There was no kids there, but I mean, he needs to be around kids. He needs to get equipped around children. So I think he's going. I think he's going to do good, man. I think he's going to really do good
until he punches the first.
Yeah. He's going to punch a boy and try to kiss a girl.
Oh man,
he's a lover's boy,
just like his daddy.
Yes,
oh, no.
yes. I used to go to Tavern on Broad, try to tongue kiss everyone.
Tavern on Broad. Shout out, rest in peace to Tavern on Broad. Rest in peace. We had some good times.
I remember one time I could finally tell the story because its statute of limitation is gone. I got real drunk one time and was kissing on this girl, and I had to feel on her breast just to make sure it was a girl because I didn't want to light the cut on, and I'm kissing Tyrone. You know what I mean? But her hair was nappy. I was like, damn, you gotta be a girl. Yeah, nappy is a motherfucker. But statute of limitations, I can tell y'all that story now. No, I wasn't with my wife, y'all. So no.
It's okay.
Statute of limitations. That's 2 shots of Patron. Don't do it for me. I just start kissing everybody.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know what was wrong with me, but I wanted to make sure it was a girl.
Mike was a wild bull.
I kissed a girl and I liked it. She put her number in my phone, and I quickly deleted it. Keisha Cole.
No.
Carrie Underwood.
No.
Carrie Upperwood.
Well, I'm not doing this.
Carrie in between the wood. How about that?
Woo! All right, what we getting to today, fellas?
It's Katy Perry. There we go.
Katy Perry. Oh, she sings a chandelier song. I like to swing from the chandelier. Yeah, that was her. I like that song.
That's Sia. That's Sia.
Carrie Underwood. Carrie Upperwood if you're nasty. Whatever happened to Hillary Duff?
He asked me that every day.
But what happened to her?
I don't know what happened to her.
She's gonna be on How I Met Your Father, the show.
Oh wow!
Whatever happened to How I Met Your Mother?
The show ended. It had a clean ending.
Well, speaking of clean endings, the Brady Bunch had a dirty ending because I saw that.
No. Because every time you say this, you're wrong. That's not what happened.
Yo, Derek, I swear on anybody's life. I was watching TV, and it was the Brady Bunch movie. I said, "Oh shit, it's the fucking Brady Bunch," and they were grown. The next thing you know, the two oldest ones got in the car and they was like, yeah, I always wanted to do this to you. And they started just having sex in the car. I'm like, what happened?
No. That's not the Brady Bunch movie at all.
They was
in
a Volkswagen with the hatchback and the dude had it all laid out.
Mike.
Derek, I'm serious.
You could just Google this.
They had a sex movie.
Mike, it's 2021. Just Google this.
It was the Fucky Bunch. I'm trying to tell you. They were fucking.
Let's talk about Nas.
Okay.
We always talk about Nas. I hate y'all.
Because every time we have a podcast, he comes out with
no. Your boy Abel just said LL Cool J is in top 10. How many times do we have to tell y'all?
Oh my God.
How many times do we have to tell you LL Cool J is one of the greatest of all times? There is no rap. There is no rap music without LL Cool J. James Todd freaking Smith.
Picasso's not the best artist of all time just because he came first.
Wow.
I went there. The Model T isn't the best car just because it came first, Quill. I went there. Dumbass car. What is a Model T anyway? You know what? While we here, LL Cool J is a stupid name. No.
I'm so glad your audio.
Yeah, I'm so glad.
I'm so glad your audio is fucking up.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Lord. You did a
intervention.
If I ever said anything bad about you, Lord, I take it back. I fuck with you, Lord. I fuck with you. Thank you for stopping this man dead in his tracks. Because you was about to say some bullshit. Now I can come in, I can swoop right in. LL Cool J is top 3 all time. Period. End of discussion. The only two people that jumped in front of him in recent memory is Nasir Jones and Sean Corey Carter. The end. No one else. Not motherfucking Lupe, not motherfucking 69, 86, none of these numbers. LL Cool J is hard as hell.
Yep.
Okay? Mama said knock you out.
Rock the mic and I don't care who tells.
Stop saying that motherfucker just made head sprung over and over again. You don't know hip hop. Shut the fuck up.
They all fell.
Listen to 14 Shots to the Dome. If you want real hip hop from LL, listen to 14 Shots to the Dome. That's all I got to say. LL is top 3 all time.
And you're full of nonsense.
Oh my
phone
God.
Over here, so I'm on the iPad now.
I wish it overheats again.
Anyway, nobody named LL Cool J. He named himself that.
Turn your heat on in the car right now. Turn the heat on so your phone go overheat again.
I will not. I'm like Batman. I'm like Black Panther. I'm like Dr. Doom. I always have a contingency plan.
Where is he from? Quill, Farmers Road? Is it Farmers Road? Farmers Road.
No one cares what road he from.
They probably called him. Hold on. They probably called him LL Cool J on his block. Don't do that to this man. He's a legend.
Yeah, once he named himself LL Cool J.
Listen, man, the Botox is working on him. All right, he's looking good. I'm telling you.
Sure. With a name like LL Cool J, you have to look good, I guess.
Oh God. Well, wow. We were supposed to talk about Nas real quick.
Yeah, shout out to Nas. King's Disease 2. King's Disease 2.
King's Disease 2. It's better than King's Disease 1, and that's off only 3 listens.
I'm gonna listen to it right when we get off of here. I got tied up earlier, but I'm definitely gonna listen to it.
Then we'll just come back next week to talk about it. If you didn't listen to
absolutely.
it.
Oh, absolutely. No, we're gonna get to that because that's important. Anytime Nas drops, it's a moment for rap.
Did Nas get the Grammy last time we was on here? He had that then. Did we do a Nas Grammy? I think we did.
Yeah, fam, that was like in January.
Oh, Grammy's usually in February.
Well, yeah, I'm saying we've recorded since it's been cold.
Fair enough.
Got his first Grammy win, best rap album, King's Disease.
He should get it for King's Disease too.
He'll be in the running.
It's over at 95 South. I mean, that's the 95
South. Shout out to 95 South show.
Yeah. Yeah, all season. All season is gonna be up there.
All season is dope. It was really dope.
I'm anticipating whenever richer than I've ever been from Rick Ross. I'm assuming that's coming this year. He's ramping up his social media presence in regards to that. I think that's gonna be dope.
Damn Grammy. Next.
Did he?
No. Rick makes music.
Oh no, I agree with you. But they're not going to give it to him.
Did Nas pick the right feature? The Mayo Man. Oh no.
No, we're not doing this. First of all, we're on a public podcast. So we're not going to call good rappers Mayo Man.
I thought the song was dope.
I gotta listen to it. I got to that song, and that's when I got cut
Wait
off.
a minute. The first thing you did was call him Mayo Man. You didn't even listen.
No, he read a comment.
I read a comment. It wasn't nothing about me.
Oh, okay.
Another Mayo Man calling him a Mayo Man.
Cool, oh man.
I don't care about the other Mayo Man.
Cool Whip called Miracle Whip Mayo Man. Figure that out.
Wow.
I'm gonna move on.
Say that 3 times fast.
Oh no. Okay. I just realized who y'all talking about.
White people love it.
Cool Whip.
That's a classic right there.
You dance like Jeffrey Hines.
What about Gregory Hines?
Not Jeffrey Hines.
I was about to say Gregory Hines, yeah. Shout out to Heinz chips. I mean hers, whatever.
Well, shout out to Heinz ketchup.
Heinz ketchup is nasty.
What?
Yeah.
You're crazy.
No, not Heinz. Hunt's. That
Hunt's ketchup is nasty.
Hunt's ketchup is garbage.
It's just ketchup.
No. That ketchup is nasty.
It's like
I
it's like
ketchup like that anyway, but maybe that's why I don't know the difference.
No, that shit is disgusting. That shit tastes. I don't know what cum tastes like, but yeah.
No, Mulo.
Listen, man.
No,
I'm just saying.
No.
All right.
What are you saying? No.
You say we're not starting this bullshit today.
All right.
No, we're definitely. You don't know.
Hey. Isaiah Rashad's album is really dope too. I was listening to that.
When did that drop? Did that drop last week?
Mm-hmm.
Last week?
Really dope album. Really dope album. Check it out.
Okay. That's on my list.
Yeah.
I just was also told to delete my comment when I said My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is the greatest album of the 2010s. Any genre. It's
the second greatest hip hop album of all time.
I can't say any genre because I don't know other genres, but I love that.
If you look at a lot of like the decade album lists, it was either number 1 or like no lower than 3. It was literally.
I'm just saying, like I believe it, but I couldn't back it up in the conversation
because people just don't like Kanye.
Alternative, I don't know what to say.
It's a Kanye thing. Speaking of Kanye,
we're never getting it.
I'm convinced.
It's not coming.
Not getting what?
His album.
Donda.
What album?
Exactly.
Hey, we got the whole feature though.
Did we?
If Watch That Not make the album, ain't gonna make the cut. I'm gonna be mad as hell.
Justin LaSimp is telling us everything about this album that we haven't got for 3 weeks straight now. And then, who the hell is Justin LaBoy anyway? I've never heard of this guy.
That's his new manager. That's his new manager. And
really?
apparently we're getting Watch the Throne too.
No, we're not. How are we going to get something that Hov don't know that he's a part of?
Hov ain't get the memo.
Are y'all waiting for Watch the Throne 2? Or looking forward to that?
Looking forward, no. Am I going to listen when it comes out? Absolutely.
Is he going to buy the vinyl and put it on his wall? He very well may. But it's it's landmark history. Doesn't make it mean it's going to be great. But I think Jay-Z is at a point now.
Landmark history.
Yeah. Jay-Z's at a point now where
that's like getting Eric Snow a statue.
Wow.
Landmark history is a fucking term, man.
Wow. Not Eric Snow.
That won't even be good, probably.
The only things they give landmark histories of is Betsy Ross' house. That I don't even think that's really that bitch's house. And stupid ass like First Banks. Tear that shit down. Who gives a damn? All this shit was built on lies anyway.
Mike.
What?
That's a little different than Betsy Ross' house, cause
no, Betsy, that ain't her real house.
No. I know. Let me finish real quick, because I know what you're saying. Betsy Ross, historians really don't think she's real.
She ain't.
Well, you can't just tell people to tear down First Banks. Why would they do that?
Because we don't need these stupid buildings. Just because it got a stupid plaque in front of it, tear that shit down.
My
but
John,
you know what?
John,
You're not a visual artist. That's why. That's very good architecture.
Man, fuck them old ass bricks, man. Tear that shit down and put up a condo.
See,
gentrification.
Everything you're saying.
Tone,
you know
what's up?
The old brick, gun is the condo.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Quarter brick, half a brick, whole brick. A.
Hey, shout out to Tone. What's up, Tone?
Shout out to Tone, man. That's my brother right there.
And it looks like we got Matt in here too. What's up, Matt? What's happening?
What they talking about in the comments? Cool. I don't have.
He said Freddie Gibbs got robbed. Freddie Gibbs. He didn't. Wow.
But that was Nas deserved it.
Nas needed King's disease for his legacy. He needed that.
Oh, I can see the comments now. Cool.
Why? Why did you just say that lie?
He did. He needed it. He
was already solidified, man.
He was, but he needed that for his legacy. He needed something late career. Look at all these guys now having renaissances in the late 40s, in the mid late 40s. He needed something like that, just to kind of.
Who are you talking about?
Nas.
So
yeah,
okay.
He needed it. All right.
So Jay-Z got 440. Shut up, Derek. See, you gave man mode, Quill. Jay-Z got 444.
Mm-hmm.
Scarface got Deeply Rooted.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, very dope album.
When did that come out?
2015.
That's why I missed it. Okay.
Very dope album.
Royce's last couple of albums. Royce's last couple of albums.
Well, see, I can see it more for Royce than Nas. What you're saying?
Yeah, and we gonna get the Royce in a second.
Mike, there's a spectrum when it comes to Nas. You're a Nas leftist. You're not going to see it. Like you say, you don't see when people says he has boring beats.
I don't.
So you're a leftist when it comes to Nas, which is not wrong. But I'm just saying you're not going to see it that way, which is very consistent with what you always been saying.
I think the people that say that just want him to rap over beats like Jay-Z, and I don't agree with that.
I'm in the middle of that, so I do agree with you to an extent.
Fair enough.
I'm not either way fully.
Fair enough. I don't think every beat is good. Don't get me wrong there. But I don't think. Yes, I don't think Jay-Z. I don't think Nas should rap over Rick Ross like beats. I think that's wrong.
I think he could. I think he would do well over some, but he can't just do full album.
No, he's not. He's not a big beat rapper. He can't do like those big, lush sounding instrumentals. Like I don't see that for him. Those heavy layered instrumentals. Nas, I think is best over simplistic. That's why, I was upset with when he did the record with Kanye, because Kanye was doing that. He was in that real simplistic phase. Bare bones, minimalist.
He was upset when he did that shit with Kanye.
Let me switch it a little bit then. King's disease is kind of what people wanted though.
Because Hit Boy isn't going to be all.
It don't feel like a snowball hit your face when Hit Boy makes music. He made a cool comment that he did with Cherry Wine. Cherry Wine is always a good song for people who make fun of Nas. Because I don't think a lot of people don't probably skipped over that, which I think is nuts, but because it was in my face. I
didn't appreciate that song until way later.
Okay. All right, so that's what it is, because it wasn't a big single in the typical sense, but it was in our face.
That's that's Life is Good, right?
Yeah.
But I think that's a good album.
I did too.
The album to listen to.
Yeah. And it was marketed because remember they was playing the songs throughout the NFL draft that year.
Okay.
My record on that was with the good sample guy. The one that sampled guy was a Goodbye Love or Goodbye Baby.
Yeah, bye bye baby. No good baby. Shout out to Large Professor.
Yep.
He got a classic album. Shout out to Grand Poobah while we at it.
Yeah.
I want to see your classic album list one day, just so I can be
it's very long.
Oh my gosh! Why do you have a long classic album list?
You know who pops up on there a couple of times? LL Cool J.
Oh, I'm fine with that. Like I'm honestly fine with that.
LL Cool J.
Let's move on from LL, please.
So so what's going on with Royce and Lupe?
Royce won't respond.
Contest?
Gold of lyricism. That's what happened. Next topic.
No, I think it was two different lanes. I think Royce's diss technically was better. I do. I think Lupe's diss was more like, put like this: Royce was killer around the edges, on the fringes. He played the fringes because he didn't really want to go in like that. But Lupe kind of like took it there, if that makes sense.
You can't. I mean, from the argument they had, you played the fringes.
He played the fringes. I don't think that's truly what he wanted to get at, and Lupe kind of took it there.
I got you, but
it definitely was more personal, John.
Someone like Lupe, you gotta get the audience on your side. Like Lupe, like Mike says, is an alien. So I don't know. That's like poking a bear a little bit. I'm not even trying to gas my guy up because I don't care about doing stuff like that. But
I thought they were both fantastic, to be quite honest. And both was a great display of rapping, just from two different.
You're fine. I'll give you that. For a while, I've been saying Royce and Lupe, Royce and Lupe, Royce and Lupe. Mike low-key was saying he thinks Lupe is better. I don't think I fully saw it.
High key.
What you say?
I said high key, not low key.
Okay, yeah, you just said it straight up. I think I hate that I'm saying that because it makes it sound like Royce ain't crazy, but I think that's just what that is.
No, Lupe is different. Yeah. Tone got it right. Royce rapped better. Royce definitely rapped better.
I agree.
But like that package, that song sounded better.
I'm still waiting on Royce to respond to Lupe's second diss and third diss, but whatever. And Mickey Fax's diss, but whatever.
Maybe
he wants to keep hopping on Instagram and going live with all his hip hop friends.
I mean, but does he really have anything to prove? Is it really that big of a deal?
Yeah.
The thing is, Royce talked too much. And
it's a big deal in that lane of lyricism.
Yeah, you push yourself into a corner, and you have to make respond.
It's like when people curse you out on Facebook and they don't realize you have a mutual friend, and you decide to go to their house to whoop their ass.
Okay.
That
sounded personal.
I think that really happened.
I think that was a real life thing.
And then the other friend had to talk him off the ledge and did it himself.
So you don't kick someone in the back when they're holding your daughter?
I
got nothing.
Okay.
I thought we were bad, Mike. He's something. You on to something.
I'm just gonna sit my spritz.
No. There's a life lesson to this. Because Mike made a good point. Grown black men shouldn't be fighting each other, but your skin color only gonna be a shield for so long before you get your ass whooped for something you say on the internet. When no one's bothering you, don't bother them.
Mike, you need another shot.
I got nothing.
I mean, all this aside, personal things aside, if I'm not bothering you, Quill, don't bother me. I thought that was a simple rule. All right, we can move on. Sorry, y'all.
I got nothing.
Ain't it great?
I got nothing.
Ain't it great?
All right,
Mike, you heard me for a second.
I got nothing to say.
Let's move on. Let's see. In other news, the Phillies are making their way back. They're half game out of first place.
They are. Come on.
Yeah.
And they've been white hot. Bryce Harper is sneaking into the MVP discussion and has less than 20 home runs and 50 RBIs. It's a weird year, tearing the cover off the ball, but it's just not happening. But nobody's getting on base, which is crazy thing. Like his first 18 home runs were solo home runs because nobody wanted to hit in front of him. That's why you don't have no RBIs.
But they say RBIs are already a stat anyway.
Kind of, sort of. It depends. It depends. Shohei Ohtani is the new Babe Ruth. He's better than Babe Ruth. Advanced metrics.
Now somebody's better than Babe Ruth all of a sudden.
Hey, Shohei Ohtani is the real deal, man. He's the real deal. Out here hitting 460-foot bombs.
I can't make a comment because I might say something racist.
You have to understand the historical context and the context of the sport of the reason why Babe Ruth was as good as he was.
Dog, the people who Babe Ruth was playing against were built like me in '97.
I'm just keeping my mouth shut so we don't get blocked.
But all the other good players went to war.
They're either built like me or like Mike always says, Fred Flintstone.
I'm sick of y'all.
Babe Ruth was Quill. All right.
Let's move on.
All right. I'm just here so we don't get flagged.
He might have been me. He smoked cigars and ate hot dogs and drank whiskey. Yeah, that was his thing. It's 2 a.m. there. Real quick.
It's 2 a.m. where John is at?
Yeah.
Yeah, get your ass off this. Get your ass off this live. Man.
Shout out to let's see. Josh Allen got a $250 million contract.
Who cares? Talk about Wentz.
Wentz.
Is Josh Allen better than Wentz while we here?
Yep.
Right now, yeah. Right now, yeah. I need to see. No, I need to see Josh Allen do it for a second year because I need to see him do it for a second year. He had a great year last year.
You ain't seen Wentz do shit.
1 or 2 years.
No, Josh Allen had one elite year, and the other years were pretty bad.
Wentz went to one club where you saw him drink everybody under the table. You was like, oh man, this guy Wentz, he's a party animal. He went to the next club and fell down the stairs and broke both his legs. And you ain't seen him for 2 years, and you still was defending him. No, I'm telling you, he's a party animal. Then he gets to the club again and breaks his legs again. Call a spade a spade. Hey. He is Penny Hardaway.
No, listen.
He's worse, actually.
Listen. As long as
my guy, actually.
He's Social Security Hardaway.
Hey, if he can,
he's Donnie Hathaway.
Hey, as long as he can come back and play 75% of the snaps, that's all that matters.
Bullshit. I've got a better chance of playing 75% of his snaps in Madden, not in no damn real life.
So,
speaking of snaps, what's going on with Crab Legs?
Early returns on the training camp. Both quarterbacks are playing pretty bad. The only thing that's been good is the defense. They've been getting interceptions left and right on them. But Ian
Rappaport?
No, Ian Brook, the third string quarterback, they say he's pretty good. He's been pretty good in practice.
Yeah. So funny thing with us, the best passer in camp so far has been Nick Mullins.
Who?
Right.
From the Niners?
Yep. Nick Mullins has been the best passer in camp. Jalen can't really show up because he can't run in camp, but he's been up and down. He's trending up, but it's been up and down for him. He's been pretty inconsistent.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't want to talk about the Eagles.
Speak on this Deshaun Watson thing real quick. The rumors. There's put like this. The Eagles refuse, and this plays into Hurts. The Eagles refuse to name Jalen Hurts as the starter. They've been given every opportunity to say he's the guy. They will not do it. They will not. He's that bad?
They will not.
Mike, he can be shaky. A lot of people don't like him.
Fair enough.
A lot of people love him though. So it's like
a lot of people love him because he's a great guy. He works hard. He has great work ethic.
Oh, so like Jesus was.
They like him in that regard. But when you look at his actual numbers and you look at his history, even in college and like the circumstances, people who really watch him know that his baseline for a quarterback is really low as a passer. But the Eagles won't do any. It's the worst kept secret in football that the Eagles were looking at quarterbacks at the top of the draft. Yeah, they were looking at quarterbacks at the top of the draft. They were looking at getting Deshaun Watson. Like literally, the first day at camp, he was asked, "How do you feel about the Deshaun Watson rumors?"
That sucks.
Like Philly, like there was an article written 2 days ago that said the Eagles could do a better job of pretending they had faith in Jalen Hurts.
Wow.
They realized. I think they realized they made him. They outsmarted themselves, overdrafted Jalen, and then the old adage, like in the NFL, when you draft a first and second round pick, those picks are drafted to play. They're not drafted to sit on the bench. They're drafted to play and to make an impact. Carson knew the writing on the wall. Carson went out like a hoe. We know he went out like a hoe, but we know the writing on the wall. You don't draft a guy with your first or second pick to sit. You draft them to play. So it's just one of them things. So now they have to play him. That's why guys like J.J. Arthega-Whiteside are still on the fucking roster because he's a second round pick. It's a business. You're not going to you invested a high commodity pick to even get these guys. So now you got to play. But what's unfair to Jalen is put up or shut up. This year is it. Mm-hmm. If he doesn't make a drastic improvement, he will not be on the roster next year. He might be out of the league in 2 years. If he doesn't make he has to make a dramatic improvement. No, I'm serious. In a sense where he had, out of qualified quarterbacks, he had the worst off-target throw percentage in football last year. He had a ton of turnover-worthy plays. He had a higher fumble percentage than Carson Wentz, and Carson Wentz is a fumble machine. Like, let's be real. He completed 52% of his passes. If you take out the throwaways and give him credit for each throwaway he had, he completed 56% of his passes. That's not good.
That's his regular number. Yeah.
That's not good. And people look like, oh, he had people like Abel like to say, oh, he threw 70% in college. He's accurate. No. He threw the guys running wide open in college because he got to throw to CD Lamb and Jalen Waddle and all these other top 5 wide receiver picks. He's out there just like guys running butt ass naked. You can't do that in the pros. Guys don't run naked in the pros like that. So it's like, he's going to struggle. And Lincoln Riley.
So
yeah, God, he had brilliant systems. They covered all of his flaws. But you notice whenever they played top teams, he struggled.
He got benched in the championship game for Tua.
He can't push the ball down the field. He got a great. It's funny enough. Oddly enough, he has a great deep ball, but he can't hit the deep ball. He can't hit the broadside of a barn. And he in the short and intermediate game, especially, he can't throw in tight windows either. If you notice, even his big plays last year, if you look at a lot of those plays, he did not throw guys open, or he did not throw in tight windows. He threw to guys who were running wide open. There's a difference.
So,
did y'all draft Waldo Faldo from Family Matters? That's what it sounds like you're describing to me. And y'all traded Stephen Collins to the Indiana Colts.
Jalen can be good. Jalen can be effective.
Yeah, the 7-7 dad.
Jalen can be effective. I really do think he can be effective. The system has to be. It's scary. The system has to be. It has to be perfect. And even this year, you didn't do enough.
So y'all going to get the third pick?
Probably.
We haven't actually have an all right roster around them.
Well, defense they improved. Even though they signed the guy who led the league in missed tackles to be the number 1 linebacker. Mm-hmm. And Anthony Harris at safety is hoping to have a bounce back year. He was really good 2 years ago. Last year he wasn't so much. But getting Steven Nelson from Pittsburgh was nice. So we actually have corners. The defensive line is okay. I shouldn't say okay. They're good, but the depth is just okay.
We haven't been here since the draft because I remember talking about the draft with y'all. Sorry.
I still don't like the receiver situation. I think Devontae Smith is going to be really good. His injury is really minor. He's out there running around now. It's no big deal. It's bad when your most proven wide receiver is Greg Ward.
Who?
Exactly.
Okay.
So he's not a bad player, but his metrics, he's literally one of the worst receivers in football.
Damn it.
And it's a shame because he worked hard, converted quarterback from college. But it's bad when that's your most proven wide receiver. It's just that doesn't make any sense. The Eagles could at least went out and signed somebody. We don't even know if Ertz is going to make it through training camp because they'll probably trade him. No. So it's just one of those deals like you didn't put skill position guys around him. And hell, even with Carson Wentz, 3 of the years that he was here, he had bottom 3 receiver play. Last year, the receivers ranked like 29th in like receptions, 30th in yards. It was pretty bad.
And Stephen Collins.
And you did nothing really to help Jalen Hurts. So hey, more power to Howie and them. But football is back. The Hall of Fame game was yesterday. I didn't watch it. So.
Jimmy Johnson's going to be inducted into the Cowboys Ring of Honor.
Their curse is lifted. They'll be good again, probably.
Yeah, because Jerry let his ego get in the way.
All right, from one mess to the next mess. Talk about the Sixers.
I have nothing for Sixers.
So the word on the street is that Ben isn't talking to anybody.
He never.
I don't know how true that is. I don't think he ever really talked to anybody. I think Ben's personality is under more scrutiny now. It's even worse.
He winning like a winner would do well, because if he was quiet and was, I'm not talking about jump shooting, I'm talking about taking layups at least, trying to score, going out like you give a damn, then he would. Winning cures all is what I'm trying to say.
In this town, if you would have failed, if you fail in Philly, if you fail, you'll get talked about. But if you fail going out on your shield and really busting your ass, you'll get talked about. But they're not gonna like, all right, they're not gonna kill you. But going out like Ben,
Kawhi Leonard, he's a quiet killer, but he's a killer. He's not a quiet loser. He don't talk to nobody. It's not I know they're not the same, but if Kawhi Leonard with his personality was a loser in Philly, they'd be killing him.
No, Ben talks to people. Ben he's amongst the tabloid celebrity girls. He has a video game clan.
Like he's a little standoffish with his teammates.
Yeah, he's not like gregarious like a Joel. Yeah, exactly. It's funny. And it's funny because Joel Embiid is like fiercely private. The whole on court thing is a persona. In real life, as a person, fiercely private.
Yeah, that's
it's weird. It's weird. Like on the basketball court, Ben is like really quiet, but like in life, he's like not. I don't want to say flashy. He's not like overly flashy.
I see what you're saying,
but he's out there. He's out there.
He's flamboyant.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
So let's. I got a couple things because I've been watching people in our group. Well, I'll say person in our group come up with these theories of these rumors going around.
There's at least 2 of them, and I talk to both of them often.
I'm telling you now, this King's ransom that this guy said that he got from an insider of Ben to the Warriors for this King's ransom ain't happening. Unless it's a 3-way deal and those pieces do go to other places, it's not coming to the Sixers just in a one-on-one swap. You can kill the Damian Lillard for Ben Simmons noise. That's not happening. I've been saying that.
I always thought it was Ben for CJ. That would be
right. I was saying that was more realistic and people was laughing me out the room. But
that was the case for like 2 or 3 years, actually.
Yeah, it was. Then people thought because Dame could potentially call in a trade request that now they'll just trade it for Ben Simmons and do us a favor. Like why would Portland do that?
They're gonna trade him to someone like the Clippers.
Yeah, and my thing is at this point Ben lost all leverage. We can put that out there because too much is coming out now. You lost all your leverage. Your only leverage is that your agent is Rich Paul. But the difference between you and AD is AD was on a 1-year contract, expiring contract, and he was telling teams you could trade for him, but he's still going to the Lakers anyway. Mm-hmm. So with Ben, he's locked in under a 4-year deal. At this point, it don't matter where you trade it. unless you're going to be like Russell Westbrook at this point, where you're on a team for a season, then you trade it to the next team, then you trade it to the next team, and now you're just a jersey swapper, which Ben Simmons could potentially be that guy. Come 8 years from now, he could be on 16. But at this point, if Sixers fans think that they're getting some type of value equally or better than Ben Simmons, it's not happening at this point.
I always say to Sixers fans, the trade's going to be the one you probably don't even see. Stop trying to look for it.
Mm-hmm.
Because these trades are complex.
Very complex.
So it's like, people are like, well, tell me what you think's going to happen. I don't
Don't
know.
know.
Like, what trade did we ever see coming where we knew all the pieces going out before it happened?
None.
Okay.
Well, here's another secret. By the time we see the trade come across our Twitter timeline, it's been out there for 3 weeks anyway.
Yeah.
The only reason why we got it is because the other team said no.
Right.
And
right. Okay.
That's how that happens. But fans think it's, oh no, they're in the middle of negotiations. That's like thinking that when it comes 601 on free agency, that the guy, who was it? Lonzo signs a 4-year deal with the Bulls. You really think it took him a second to realize he was going to sign with the Bulls? No, he's been talking to the Bulls for 3 weeks. No, like that they've been negotiating that for 3 weeks, and at 601, they finally agreed to the terms. Like, no, it was already under the table. That's how it happens with trades also. By the time we get the list of like the potential trade, if it's not locked in at that moment, it was already declined.
So I want to talk about the Ben Simmons thing. Is he a star?
To be determined.
Well,
I guess by default, maybe. I mean,
he's a fancy no in a weird way.
He's an all-star.
Yeah.
But Al Horford was an all-star. I wouldn't call him a star.
So, okay.
Kyle Korver was an all-star too.
Why don't we just trade him for Malcolm Brogdon, a player or something? Because I mean, I know you want to shoot higher, but I'm saying like, if Ben Simmons
do that in a heartbeat.
Okay, cool. So Ben Simmons isn't the star or superstar we thought we was, but yet we still were some type of good with him. Mm-hmm. If you trade him for someone like Brogdon, who's a two-way player, and like you have a better chance of winning that Hawks series with Brogdon in Simmons' place.
Mm-hmm.
I know you don't like plug and play, but
I like Brogdon.
Yeah, but the Sixers are a good team, roster-wise, at the very least. They do have good players on the team. Your second highest contract has to take shots. Like, when they're open, I'm not even saying you have to turn to Kobe Bryant. You got to take that open layup, bro. So, like, Brogdon takes that open layup is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Right. Brogdon dunks it.
Okay, there we go. So, like, no. We like the team is so good. We don't have to shoot for the stars. Like, no, Maury's doing the right thing by shooting for the stars, but we gotta realize the roster's already pretty good. Like,
we also got to stop.
To be honest, what's that? No, Ben Simmons, to be honest, is a replacement level player on offense. Saying like he's just the average on offense, if not below average.
Just in the half court in transition, he's elite.
Transition's so like 15% of the game, though.
So, Quill, you ready to admit that him and Ben Simmons, Embiid and Ben Simmons can't play together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think after this season, put like this, I don't want to absolve Embiid. Embiid has his own issues as far as with health. I think he took that seriously this year, and I think the conditioning was a lot better. But I think getting I've been seeing some nonsense in the bowels of Facebook and some other places saying like he wasn't actually hurt or whatever, blah blah blah. I'm not buying that. But in reality, it's one of those things now where I think with Joel being the best player on the team and Ben's game, especially in the playoffs, in the regular season, it doesn't really matter as much. But in the playoffs where everything becomes condensed, Ben actively causes either he causes problems for Joel or he makes Joel's own issues worse. That's essentially what it's come down to. Like, yeah, the net ratings might look pretty, even in the regular season. Like, it looks great. Everything looks great.
Well, Ben's a regular season player.
Yeah, when it comes down to being, in a condensed, when you basically got Joe, you got Ben's guy sagging on him, doubling Joe. Even though Joe had been a lot better this year with turnovers, he averaged a career low in turnovers. Tied his career low at 3.1 a game. And that's really good considering his usage rates is like an absurd 35%. Like that's unreal. So it's one. And next year I like to see his usage rate decrease a little bit. Cool. Like, Joel, because you just don't know how, as much as I love Joel, you just don't know how much you're going to get out of him.
How you going to do that?
You can't lower your usage rate with Simmons.
Right.
On the court.
I wish there was a better way. Like if you got a guy, even though I don't like the fit, if you got a guy like De'Aaron Fox that helps, like you definitely would get a lower usage rate. I don't think that's a clean fit with Embiid, but
it's cleaner than the fit we got.
It helps, and I think that it's just too many issues. Like you got Ben's guy sagging off. Caused an instant double, causing turnovers. And Joel has to learn not to settle, and he has to play through. For as much as Joel gets fouled, he gets fouled a lot. Joel actually probably doesn't get enough fouls called, and it's crazy because he gets a ton. But it's one of those things like he has to learn. He has to not play for the whistle.
Shaq has entered the chat.
Yep, he has to not play for the whistle. Just go up. Now he can't just bully people because now they're calling flagrants and offensive fouls and all of that stuff. Like, he has to be careful, obviously. Mm-hmm. So he can't go full bully ball like Shaq did. Shaq foul out in the first half with half his offensive moves now. But Ben really does actively hurt Joel's game, and it's sad to see in the playoffs because Ben is. I mean, Joe. I think they all want the best for Ben, but until Ben wants it, and he realizes and acknowledges it, it doesn't mean anything because Ben has to acknowledge it first. He can't be smug like he was with the reporter after Game 7, saying, "Well, what did I do? How many rebounds I have? How many assists?" You can't be like that.
Before we move on from basketball, before we move on from the Sixers, because I want to talk about the Magic real quick. Can we all come and tell other Sixers fans to stop the narrative that when Sixer players leave, that they go other places and become better players?
I haven't seen that much, but the one guy who said it was a Heat fan.
Yeah.
Why did Sixer fans come out the woodwork and say Drew Holiday won a championship? That's why the Sixers should have kept him. He was traded damn near 10 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, he's a better player.
Nuts. I didn't know that was a thing, but that's weird.
He's a better player now, and also look at it like the process Sixers.
Iguodala went to the Warriors and won Finals MVP. He wasn't the same player.
Wasn't the same player. I look at, and actually, I think he might have been a worse player. No, I wouldn't even say worse player. He was used different.
He only had to worry about defense and open shots.
Yep, and I think he didn't have to shot.
We didn't have Curry on the Sixers.
Right.
That's another thing. I say with that, you have to. It's a slippery slope because some guys will end up having better careers, and some guys end up, but a lot of those process guys were young. Christian Wood, prime example. Processor. I think he was on the roster two different times. Mm-hmm. Ends up being a really good player. Ish Smith has carved out a really nice career.
But we're talking about guys off the bench.
They're guys off the bench. You're looking at TJ.
Sixer fans act like these guys become Hall of Famers when they leave.
Right, T.J.
And the
McConnell.
Sixers didn't really need Ish Smith, to be honest.
No,
right.
No, T.J. McConnell just got a $34 million deal. Nerlens Noel got $32 million deal. His defensive metrics are crazy, but it's one of those deals. Like,
I mean, every team's traded okay players. Who cares?
Right.
Those guys.
Everybody acts like it's only the Sixers that this happens to. It's every team.
No, none of those guys move the needle really for the Sixers outside of Drew Holiday. None of those guys actively would have moved the needle for the Sixers. TJ McConnell, as much as I love TJ, he's unplayable in the playoffs because he's gonna get picked on 100% of the time.
He's just scrappy.
Christian Wood is a nice young player. I think realizing his potential. But he's also
he's a freaking center. What is he gonna do on our team?
Yeah, right. What is he gonna do on our team?
Same thing Andre Drummond's gonna do.
Right, and he's picking up.
Actually, I would like Wood on the bench better than Drummond, but
he's picking up numbers. He's picking up numbers on bad teams as well. Yeah. So that's something.
Well, he's a dumpster fire. That's not fair.
What about Jeremy Grant? Jeremy Grant has improved. I like Jeremy.
Same thing.
The same thing. Like what? Like does he move in?
You can't really.
Well, he wasn't as good. Like I said, he wasn't as good in Philly anyway. He got good in Denver.
Right.
Yeah, he had to take time to develop. Like the Sixers took a lot of flyers on a lot of low end talent guys, not highly touted. You know, they just took a flyer on them. That doesn't mean that they're going to be. That doesn't mean like they're going to move the needle now for the Sixers. Yeah, Drew Holiday is the only one that will possibly move the needle, and maybe even Jeremy Grant out on the wing. But even still, like on this roster makeup, I don't think it matters.
If Ben Simmons gets traded and still is a all-star player, just realize that he was an all-star for the Sixers too, so it don't even matter.
Yeah.
No, it don't matter. If he goes somewhere else and
what they do for your team.
Right. If he goes somewhere else and wins this Defensive Player of the Year, he came up second in voting for the Sixers too. It's like it doesn't even matter at this point. What's this called, Derek? You're comparing apples to oranges at this point. That's all you're doing.
If you don't fit here, you don't fit here. Whatever.
Let me just talk about the Magic real quick. Jalen Suggs. He fell to us. Can't believe the Raptors took Scotty Barnes, but it is what it is. Jalen Suggs. I don't know what this team is doing. We got a host of young talent. They're going to have to mix it up and do some things soon. I like the new coach that we got. Shout out to him. He's a black guy. I just like the direction that the Magic are going in. I can't predict the future, but I will say is wait and see.
You got to tear it down. I'm a firm believer of tearing it down and building and making the building blocks. Mm-hmm. What's the prognosis on Markelle? Is he going to be ready?
They're saying as of right now, mid-season. So they're saying like January, yeah. But shit, he might lose that spot to Jalen.
And what about Jonathan Isaac? Is he going to be ready?
Same.
He should be ready.
Yeah,
I thought he would be close. I thought he would be closer to ready, given he tore his ACL. Not this past year, but the year before.
Yeah, and he seems to be making progress. So we'll see what happens with that. We got the Wagner brothers. We got Robin Lopez, who's probably a bigger Disney fan than I am.
Wow, you are all able to get Robin? Is he going to start?
No.
I don't think he's a starter.
Wendell's going to start.
Wendell's going to start. Y'all drafted Mo's brother?
Mm-hmm. Fonz Wagner. Who's actually better. But we'll see. He'll be a bench guy. He'll be the guy that starts behind. The guy that plays behind Isaac. So we'll see, man. The sky's the limit, as they say.
And I think Cole Anthony's a keeper.
I think he's a nice six man. I don't want him starting for my team every day. And he's a Tar Heel, so I'm gonna love him anyway.
So what do y'all think about the Los Angeles senior citizens?
Just names.
Just name. I worry about the fit. I worry about the fit.
It's just names. At this point, it's just names.
I got Carmel. They can win 58 games.
Mm-hmm. They can win 58 games.
What their goal is.
Right. They can win 58 games, or we could win 43. But the goal is to make it to the playoffs.
What the competition is, because a lot of teams that's supposed to be good do have question marks.
So
Phoenix might regress.
I don't think that's. I think they played over their heads this year. But then again, you don't know.
Yeah.
You know what this is like?
Denver's really good, but they don't got Murray.
This is like when the Celtics went all in and they had Shaq and all them and KG and Ray Allen, and you know what I mean? And a team tries to pack it in to do something, and it usually doesn't work out. We saw the Lakers do it in 2004. The Magic did it in 2010. I'm just trying to think of some recent teams that did it.
Brooklyn tried it.
Brooklyn tried it. That Miami Heat team in 2014 tried it. It happens, but you don't know what happens, like Derek said, because the goal isn't the regular season, but you have to make it through the regular season. With older players, they're going to get hurt, and they're going to be hurt a longer extended period of time.
My X factor, the biggest swing factor for them is
New York did it too.
Anthony Davis. Okay, Anthony Davis.
If he's right, he makes a lot of things better.
Like he covers a lot of their flaws. Like,
but I just don't see him as an alpha.
It's not about that. LeBron's the alpha, but LeBron needs Anthony Davis. But Anthony Davis hitting those. Anthony Davis damn near turned to dirt in the in that 2020 run.
He
was hitting threes he was hitting threes. He was hitting shots from everywhere. Like he covers a lot. He plays really good defense. Like Westbrook is probably just LeBron insurance, so they don't become the 7th seed again. During the regular season, because you become the 7th seed, you play a really hard team in the first round.
I'm out on Westbrook, but I'm
not a Westbrook guy, but he helps with someone as good as Anthony Davis. You don't lose 7 out of 10. Hopefully,
and the rest
at least lose 5 out of 10. And
the rest of the players are just names.
I think it could work, but I wouldn't be shocked if it didn't. I just gotta see. I'm I'm not big on overhyping what the Lakers do, but there's a world where I see it working.
Yeah. And there's a real world where I see it blow up in their face, like that last Cavs year.
Anthony's not who moves the needle for me.
Yeah.
He can help somewhat, but for me, it's about Anthony Davis.
He's just a name at this point.
Yeah.
We wrapping up basketball. We're gonna talk about the verses.
Yeah, we can get in verses.
Yeah, let's do verses.
Jadakiss went 15 for 15 from the field. He went 8-0 from 3-point line. He was 10 for 10 from the free throw line, and he grabbed 15 rebounds, and he did 38 assists. Jadakiss, top 5 dead or alive.
Wilt Chamberlain,
Willis Reed.
So basically, he did that against the Plumbers. Wilt and Bill were playing against.
Dipset's music didn't age well. They made
Plumbers in the NBA.
That's true. They made music for the time. They made music that you can't play 20 years later. Cam is a shell of himself. Jimmy is the only one that even improved from 20 years ago. And they didn't even play his new music. Joel's Why Are You Here? And Freaky Zeke, Why Are You Here?
You don't think you've been on our song?
No.
Oh.
Because they're still a global icon. I'm not taking anything away from what they did. It's just everything that happened 20. Yeah, everything that's global or happened 20 years ago is not nostalgic, and that's just who Dipset is. They're better on shirts.
I'm not trying to be that guy, but are we sure they're global?
I don't think they're Wu-Tang Clan global, but you know what? All right, I'll take back global.
They're trying to be global. That's all I'm saying.
They
were superstars nationally.
Yeah, let's go with that one. They're not global. Wu-Tang Clan is global. Yeah. So they're national, but that's like I was having a debate with another fellow podcaster. Y'all podcast suck, by the way. I'm gonna switch the narrative back to our podcast. He said that the Lox should have battled G Unit, and I said that would have been even worse.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this?
What? I'm just switching the narrative. But it would have been worse. And he was saying that, the Lox played mixtape stuff, and that's what G Unit would do. And I said, are you sure that G Unit's music is going to age well 20 years later? And he was saying,
maybe.
He said, well, Get Rich or Die Trying came out in 2003. I said, thanks for telling me that. So is he just going to play Get Rich or Die Trying 20 times? No.
Right.
Like, what does that mean? I don't know what that means.
Does the G Unit album really age that well? Outside of maybe one or two songs?
Right.
2 or 3?
Everybody told me Dipset was going to win because they have anthems. What did that mean to Jadakiss?
Nothing. When they break out, you got nothing for them with the Honey remix. Got nothing for. There's nothing. There's nothing to follow that.
Jimmy played. Jimmy, hold on, just real quick. Jimmy played Purple City Bird Gang in Madison Square Garden. Jadakiss got on the mic and said, "New York, do we know that shit? We don't know that shit." And he dropped his own song, Purple City Bird Gang, which was the hot nigga of that summer. As far as everyone knew that song. Not as far as popularity, but everyone knew Purple City Bird Gang.
I'm not gonna lie to you, that song ain't matter to me.
The hot nigga matter to you?
Yeah, the.
Well, Purple City Bird Gang mattered to like this. I even hate to even do this, but the streets, whatever that means.
That's fair. I know what you mean. Like it's niche but big.
Yes. Like, of course, Ballin was the real hot nigga of whatever summer that was.
Yeah.
Right.
But like back to the G Unit point, when those records cut on, is it really going to hit the same?
Yeah, I got answer for you.
Give it to me.
I mean, the stage setting probably did Dipset in. It probably would have been better in that studio setting.
I don't think it would have mattered.
I'm just thinking. I don't know if the catalog you got like Lloyd Banks, his first album, and if y'all haven't heard his latest album, go check that out.
Really dope.
It's really dope. It was the Course of the Inevitable. Really nice album. Nobody's checking for Tony Ayo. Nobody's checking for Young Buck. What you gonna play, Olivia?
Oh.
Yayo sold 750,000 records.
Don't care.
Shout out to my cousin Mike. He loved G Unit. He loved Yayo.
I got issues with you, Quill. You try to disrespect Straight Out Cash Bill.
That's a great album.
I was playing that last night, and we was bumping that in the Yukon.
That's a great album.
You get my nerves, Quill.
I'm not even lying. I'm dead serious. We was bumping that in the.
The thing is, I believe you.
That's a great album.
Riding down.
That's why I didn't like the slander, but never mind. Apparently, he doesn't hate it. Never mind.
I don't hate that album. I don't hate it at all. It's cool.
But G Unit would have had a tougher feat.
Yeah, because 50 would have tried to play all his diss records to Jada, and Jada just would have played Checkmate, which aged really well. I mean, that record is still hilarious to this day
because it's truth.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Takeover aged better than Ether, and so on and so on.
Yeah. There's something about truth that does better than like Schoolyard Burns for me.
Can we talk about?
I don't care about the truth, Bucko. I don't care about the truth.
Can we talk about the DJ?
Oh, I thought we were talking about the Beans album. Never mind.
Wow.
Oh no.
Wow.
Oh wow.
We doing this? Can we talk about the DJ?
That's for you, Josh.
Beforehand,
what DJ?
The DJ that was DJing beforehand, who was playing make that ass clap in a room full of niggas and then proceeded to play Hit 'Em Up in New York City? Why would you do that? Why?
Because it's a universal song.
No, not New York. No, that's where the universe stops.
I don't even care about that song.
You don't do that. That's like the DJ playing Ether at a Jay-Z Magna Carta concert. You don't do that. Just saying. But that's neither here nor there. Anything else y'all want to talk about? Y'all want to talk about life? Y'all want to talk about anything? Y'all need to get anything off your chest?
No, I'm good. Let's get our closing remarks in.
Okay. Derek got something.
Oh, I don't really got nothing. I'm a West Philly guy again.
Oh, congratulations.
Oh, you back down this end.
Did you get the address for tomorrow's festivities? Oh, I can't wait till next week when we could talk about our first night actually hanging out. Oh, no, wait. We haven't done a podcast since we went out to dinner that night. Shout out to Farmer and Cow. Best burger you could ever get.
Spiked milkshake and the burger was good. And anybody who tells you anything else was hating. And you know who I'm talking about.
Yes.
Who, my sister?
Yeah. So Quill, you got to get the address for tomorrow. I'm bringing champagne.
Oh, I got it. Yeah, I got it.
Do you need anything else, Derek? Do you need any other vodkas or liqueurs or anything?
I don't know. I'm probably just gonna run the wine and spirit down the street for me.
Oh, and what games? What games?
Come to Delaware.
Night. I have games. So
catch a girl, freak a girl.
Yeah, right. Wow.
What you say, Quill?
I said I have games. What games do you have?
I got games too.
I got a picture when I get in.
I got a Jay-Z card game. You want to play that so I can beat everybody? You got a drinking card games?
No, we could. No, but we
what about
turn everything to a drinking game if you want?
What about Pewter's Putin?
Wow. I think that's
that really didn't age well. I gotta give it to Cam.
I didn't like it in the moment.
Me either. I thought it was dumb in the moment. It's even dumber now. He should be canceled with the baby.
Shoot. Oh, real quick, baby.
He would have been canceled to live today.
So, all right, real quick before we head off. I guess this is the last topic, real quick, because this is interesting.
Just real quick, the baby is the idiot. That's all I got.
The idiot.
What is it amongst black men in this thinly veiled homophobia and equating, saying like how gay people don't do anything for the black struggle and blah blah. Like it's becoming like, oh well, they don't do anything for me, so they are out here just trying to cancel people. Well, they don't do it for black folks. Like
Roseanne got canceled.
Right. I don't understand it.
It's people when you have hate, you become less logical. That's all it is. Your logic gets replaced by your hate.
Right.
That's all it is. Even if you don't realize you're a hater and you think you're not going around hating, your dislike for them clouds your logic. That's all it is. I could be wrong, but that's what I think it is.
I got nothing. The baby's the idiot.
I think he's the idiot too. That's just me.
And what's like out of nowhere? Like who asked him that?
What's wrong with just going on stage, performing your records, and going off?
Right. Ain't that what for the one time in my life
The crazy part is that he was fine with gay people when he was making money off of Lil Nas X single 2 years ago. He was on the remix of Panini. That was cool. So it's like you can't make music with somebody then disrespect them. It's like, what are you doing? It's corny.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. And I think that's that. I think that's a good
that's a great way to end it.
To close off.
Fellas, is so happy to see y'all. We didn't have to switch no narratives. We didn't have to have any wrestling talks. We didn't have to talk about broke women or wear fake chains or anything of that sort. We didn't have to have a fake ass back drop or anything. We didn't have to count to 3. We didn't have to have people that name themselves after the number 3. You know, we didn't have to call each other names that's not even our name and put stepdad at the end of it. We're just us. We're just 3 guys with common sense. You know, we don't talk about Yu-Gi-Oh and all that bullshit. We talk about what's real. We you know, we don't want no. I don't want no podcast beef. I don't want no podcast. I'm just saying.
You just made fun of like 3.
Y'all podcast. I'm just saying, y'all podcast is trash. The end. I tried to listen. It's trash. Yeah, and y'all my boys. But you name yourself after a number and you call yourself a stepfather. I mean, come on. Come on with the gimmicks.
He is a stepdad.
Good for him, but come on with the gimmicks.
I gotta go.
All right, Dan Lime. We are out for Dan Lime and Slanger Man. My name is Quill Will. This has been 3 Guys with Common Sense. We are back, season 3. We'll check y'all out next week.
Speaking of number
next week, and that is a true surprise too.
You gonna switch the narrative?
Bye.
All right.
We're done. We're done here.